This has the pedigree of something that should have been huge. It's got the genre of something that should have been easy to sell. But Nintendo's the publisher, and that's the part that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be Nintendo's fault. I don't want to play the blame game.
I think it would have done better on either of the other two platforms.
Yeah.
Period.
And if it had come out on time.
On
come
time,
out early.
yeah.
But I don't know why it didn't. Like, I'm assuming they ran out of money, and that's why they needed... That's why, like, Nintendo bought it and was like,
probably.
This is an exclusive. But they were like, well, we need that money, so this is the only way it's going to get made. Kind of like what happened with Bayonetta 2. Like, I get the feeling that was kind of what Nintendo was open to doing around that time, was saving stuff that was kind of a missed opportunity, if it could kind of fill a gap that they weren't filling. Also, during the Wii U, especially around that time, Nintendo, like, was really behind on making games.
They needed stuff, like, period.
So, I think maybe they were like, this guy has a good reputation, this product needs money, we need a game. So, we'll fund it. But then with Bayonetta 2, the resulting game is one of the best action games ever made, in my opinion. And Nintendo probably saw this after it was finished and was like, I'm not feeling it, so we're not going to promote it, and we're only going to ship 1,000 copies to the entire continent.
That's incredible.
I know.
So those copies are rare.
Very rare. But they're also not in high demand because everyone kind of forgot about the game. So, like, you can get a copy for, like, $80, which is not what you would expect for something that only 1,000 copies shipped would be.
Yeah.
But, like, the multiplayer doesn't work. It was way more expensive when the multiplayer was functioning, and people were like...
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like a major component of... Actually, let's see. A major component of it had been basically just turned off. I want to see. I don't think there was, like, bots in multiplayer. I wonder if it'll even let me... Nah, it says connecting to server. And the servers will be down. That's a shame because... Like, the menu system, the character creator, and, like, customization...
Unable to find a Wi-Fi network.
Oh, that's true. I haven't set that up. But if the first thing it says is connecting to server, it's probably not going to be the case. I don't think there's anything interesting in here. We probably could have used that. Oh, yeah, you could plug up a keyboard to chat. It couldn't be used for gameplay, but yeah. Not a lot of Wii U games supported that. In fact, a lot of Xbox and PS4 games don't support that.
You know, I know why companies can't/won't release, like, public servers so that, like...
Yeah. Especially
players
for console.
Can set up their own stuff, yeah. But, like...
Console, they're, like, really concerned
man,
about security.
It's really a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it is. I think... and I think what's unfortunate with everyone, like, saying, you know, dedicated servers are nothing for console multiplayer games, is like, yeah, when the game's, like, when it's poppin', you're gonna have good connections, but then once it dies, those dedicated servers are gonna be moved to something else.
Yeah.
And if you don't have some kind of, like, peer-to-peer system in there to maybe back it up at least, that multiplayer is gone. It's gone forever.
It's gone forever. I mean,
yeah.
Gigantic, like...
Exactly.
It's gone. Like, and they said they couldn't, like, open source it, so...
Mm-hmm. I think maybe they like, said it was some kind of technical thing, right? Or were they restricted? Like, were they barred from doing so?
I don't think anyone was 100% sure, and I don't think they could actually say. But people were discussing whether it was technical or whether it was, like, a restricted thing. Because some people think Microsoft might have been involved in the server stuff.
I think they were.
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure
too.
they were, actually.
In which case, Gigantic basically wasn't in charge of the server stuff, so they couldn't, like, turn around and make it open source. Just a shame, because, like...
See, okay,
I don't feel a huge need to play Gigantic again, but, like, we had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, we did. Right up until it was canceled. I'm also, like... I'm thinking of situations where it's like, I've been like, there's no way there's people still playing this game. And because it had... Or on console, what I'm talking about. Because it had peer-to-peer servers, I go onto there, and I find, like, 5 or 6 people still playing it. Like, almost no matter what, I end up finding that. And I can play the multiplayer.
Tremulous. Fucking...
Well, that's...
I know that's PC, but, like...
Well, that's not peer-to-peer, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is? Oh, it ran surprisingly well.
So, people set up dedicated servers, but it's like... So it's not peer-to-peer, but they're community-run servers. And it still has a community, 12 years after it was made,
Yeah, I mean...
It's fairly shocking.
I've noticed that there are a lot of games that are made. So you're kind of thinking, I mean, not everything's, the top 20% of games are going to hold 80% of the players.
Yeah.
But what I've also noticed is that with all the variety that there is out there, there's someone who is going to be in love with any given game.
Oh, yeah.
Almost invariably. I mean, unless it was, unplayable garbage. Even then, people are fascinated by it. But, me and Jan, went and, we got Shadowrun for the Xbox 360, and there's still people playing it. We were like, alright, awesome! So we played some Shadowrun for, a week.
The last time I tried to check on Phosphor, which Tim and I talked about off camera yesterday, it was a browser-based shooter, and it was basically a technology demo to show, we can play shooters in the browser. It was the first one to do it, really.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Anyway, the last time I checked on it, this was a project from ages ago. It ran on, Shockwave.
Yeah, which, hasn't that been discontinued?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last I checked, it does not work at all anymore. Shockwave crashes when it tries to launch. But the previous time I checked on it, which would have been about a year ago now, there were, people online. I couldn't figure out how to connect to them.
I'm going to test the multiplayer component now that I connected it to your internet, just to see if maybe something's there.
I highly doubt it.
But I highly doubt it, too. But I noticed something when I was going back into it. The logo is unchanged from the original game and features the original 3 protagonists.
Huh.
And they're doing moves that are no longer in the game. The one guy was diving while shooting a gun.
Which is not in the game.
Yeah. And it has, they look distinctive, and they look like no one else in the actual, game as it is. Online service is no longer available. Darn, alright. It's a shame that I can't, do some bot matches, some custom local or something. That's another thing, fellas. That's a message for developers. Put some bot matches, some split screen in your game, because then it can be played forever.
Tim and David's lessons for the week.
Yeah.
Add scripting. Add a peer-to-peer or dedicated server that users can run.
Yeah, add user-run servers or peer-to-peer.
Local
multiplayer.
Always
local
good.
Multiplayer will make you last forever, and never require an internet connection. Yeah. Only for the stuff that literally uses the internet.
Requires an internet connection.
Which Ubisoft, that does not include single player. You stop now. That does not require internet. Y'all are making it to where no one's going to be playing your games in 10 years. I mean, unless you keep porting them. That's a thing, I guess. But games like this, it's a shame.
I mean, how long ago did this come out?
Can I go back? 2015, alright.
Okay, so we've got another 4-ish years before he releases another game.
I can't wait, man! I'm looking forward to it! Okay, so one thing to include that I had forgotten about was this game came out around the time of Call of Duty. The first year that Call of Duty stopped arriving on Nintendo systems.
So it would have been a good stopgap measure.
It actually would have been. Ghosts was the last Call of Duty game that was released on a Nintendo platform.
I forgot that Ghost was.
Yeah. Advanced Warfare was the first one to skip them. And this came out the year that Advanced Warfare came out. And it even had, some of the advanced mobility stuff.
That is certainly a satellite with a face.
A face?
It looked like a face on the other side.
Oh,
I don't think it's supposed to. Look! It's got 2 little eyes and a little chicken mouth.
You'll have to show me later. But yeah, there was also there was a map maker Like,
really?
Very simple. It gave you like a layout of terrain, and then you could place buildings and blocks.
That's still like better than nothing.
Yeah, and like the multiplayer was actually really ambitious. I think Nintendo could have done way better with it if they had just promoted it, spent some money on the marketing. I think it could have done better, and actually
delivered
shipped
copies.
the game.
How many copies were released in Japan?
More. We could check that actually. We can go down, go research that. I remember it was a story though.
Yeah.
For the U.S.
Did
it was like?
Did it do anything? Did it do okay in Japan?
I will see. Devil's Third. Oh, come on. Sales. I checked the VG charts. That's a glove.
Yeah.
I thought it was a squid for a second. I was like, whoa, you stayed at the title screen long enough. That was a joke, by the way. VG charts is not always very accurate. Yeah, they actually don't have any of the data for this one. Oh, wait, no, they do. Just not the Japanese data. For Europe and other, they have the data. So for Europe, it sold... okay, I guess these are weeks. Total sales, I guess those numbers are the weeks.
Yeah.
The total sales, it sold about almost 2,000 in the first week, a little over 1,000 the second week, 1,300 something the third week. So it stayed around from 1,000 to 2,000 for the first 6 weeks. Then it kind of died off to just a couple hundred each time. But like selling 1,854 copies your first week means your game is so dead. It's
dead.
It's almost inutterable.
Hey, it's the sword.
I've never sat at this long enough to see this stuff.
Honestly, this is not a bad title screen.
No, this is pretty good. It's a good, well-animated globe. I wonder, was this released in Japan?
That'd be bizarre if it wasn't.
I mean, it's possible that they just don't track that data.
Yeah.
Or just no one provided it.
It's a helmet.
I'm pretty sure it was. It had to have been. There's an interview with him. This is a year after it came out. Wow, it was intended to be a multi-platform game that was originally released on the 360. Then it was going to get a PS3 port, then eventually be added to PC. And then they were going to make it just a mobile game. And then it ended up on the Wii U because Nintendo bought it. And it was 8 years of development, actually.
Weird.
Huh.
Yeah, this would not have been a great mobile game.
Whoa! I didn't know about this.
What?
It got a multiplayer-only PC port called Devil's Third Online.
Okay, I'm gonna Google that on my computer in a minute here.
However, this is also kind of an old. This article is a couple years old. Huh. It was originally going to be Microsoft published. Wow. Then it switched to multi-platform. Dude,
this globe is really nice. Like, it's slowly rotating around, and as the screen gets dark, like as it rotates into night, the lights are coming on.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's actually really good. I cannot find an official website for Devil's Third Online. There was an open beta. Oh my god. How tumultuous. This is an article, June 2016. Devil's Third Online servers to close at the end of the year.
We missed it by like a year and a half.
We did.
Year and 10 months. Okay, we weren't that close, but...
No, wait a second. Okay, no, that was about the regular one. Okay, no, hang on. Devil's Third Online. I just want to see the I don't want to see that game. What is going on here? There's like a landing page, but there's no details about it. I think maybe this was canceled.
Damn.
You know what? Here. I'm actually going to search this on the computer. Devil's Third Online. It's the regular one. Devil's Third Online. PC client-based, free-to-play. It's free-to-play. Publisher. It's Russian. No, wait. Innova in Russia, Nexon in Japan, Golden Soft in Thailand. But that was terminated. So it's just in Russia and Japan. This is,
Like, can I download it?
look at this, play now. I wonder.
I'm assuming it's gonna go to a dead page.
Yeah. I'm gonna search just in case. It's a very Russian page. This has nothing to do with Devil's Third Online. Yeah, it took me to the home page. I'm gonna try the Japanese one.
Japanese one.
Yeah, that didn't look like
that
anything.
looks like it's gone.
Uh-huh. Ah, man. How unfortunate. I wonder how long that lasted. Let's go to news and updates. September 11th, 2017. Black Squad adds Asia server. FPS report features a new giveaway.
So, about a year ago, it would have still been going strong if they were adding new servers. Weird.
Let's see, let's go to... Review. There's no reviews. FPS report is the only website I've seen have anything about it. Huh. Availability by country and game service. The Russian one, the status was closed beta test. Japan was the only one with a commercial service. Yep. Huh.
Interesting.
Bam, how doomed was this project? I guess it at least came out.
Yeah.
And there's elements that are all right. You made some good. You can design a good boss battle. I'll tell you that much.
Screen rate was not one of those elements. Frame rate.
Yeah. So frame rate was not great. Who knows? Could have been hardware. Could have been the amount of time. Could have just been optimization. You know what I'd like to see? It'll never happen. But you know what I'd like to see? Maybe just a Switch port of this.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But have a smoothed out frame rate. This could be fun on the go. Who knows? Nintendo Switch desperately also needs a weird Call of Duty clone. Doesn't have anything like that on the system. But, yeah. R.I.P. Devil's Third.